Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 VC review. Today I'm going to be actually looking at my final VC game for now. This is all 128 reviewed now, Street Gangs or River City Ransom if you live in the States, and it's on the NES. Basically it's a side-scrolling action beat-em-up type thing, RPG. It's actually two-player, but I'm just going to show you the one-player today. You are both on the screen at the same time. Unfortunately, well, to be fair, there's that story at the start which you can skip, but anyways, I was saying, unfortunately, while the game I think is a fantastic game, it's a bit slow paced, and I think that's because it's the EU 50Hz, because I've seen footage of the game that looks really fast paced. But basically, you've got different types of controls to do. You can pick up weapons here, and you can either attack with them like this, or you can just throw the weapons off the enemy. You've got a punch button and you've got a kick button. By pushing both of them together, you jump. And then in the air, you can push the kick button to do a fly kick, or the punch button to do a fly punch thing. So it's basically a side-scrolling beat-em-up for the most part. It's kind of like Final Fight Guy, I believe it was called on the NES. It looks a bit like it anyway. I've never actually played it, so I don't know what I'm talking about. It plays like a normal Final Fight though. In the top left corner, you've got your energy and the likes, and your name, and in the top right corner will be your friend's energy. At the bottom there, messages come up from the bad guys, but it's nothing particularly important, so it's just like something up there like they're saying ow and bar and stuff like that. So that's pretty much that one for the most part. There's all sorts of different weapons on the game. There's things like chains, trash cans. You can even pick up the enemies as well sometimes. And basically every now and then the enemies will drop money. So you want to pick that money up, because the reason the game's like an RPG, there are sections where you can go into shops and you can buy food. You can basically, the food doesn't just refill your health, it also refills your stamina and makes you a bit more powerful, some of it. You can buy all sorts of stuff, you can buy new techniques. So as you can see here, the punching is really slow. You can actually buy an item that pretty much allows you to punch 3 times in the time it would normally take you to throw one punch. And you can do that with kicking attacks and weapon attacks and stuff like that. So there's all sorts for you to do. These are actually the first shops here, so I'm just going to go into this one here and see if I can buy anything to just show you. It's the way the shops work are very similar to Legend of Zelda, not Legend of Zelda, Legend of the Mystical Ninja, that's it, yes. And basically, like, you go in, you see yourself doing that, then you order something, and you actually see them order, which looks mad, because all of a sudden this big tough guy's like being really nice and trying to impress the waitress and the likes. Then you say that's what you want, and then you eat it, scoff it down, and then bam, it tells you what you got. Agility 1 up, strength 1 up, max health and the like, so that's that then. So unfortunately you can't actually attack any of the citizens just for fun. It would be really cool if you could, because I don't care if you get penalised. It would be quite fun if you could just go in there and punch the citizens just for the hell of it. It's something that the game should have allowed, but it doesn't, which is a shame. So that's pretty much that then. There's 32 scenes to the game, which I suppose they're actually... well, it depends on what people class as scene, because I'd class this one section here as a scene, and then when I go on to the next bit, then that'd be another scene. But I think other people class it as just like areas and the like, so I'm not 100% sure on that. It depends on your interpretation, I suppose. There's also 13 bosses that are all over the place. Basically you have to go to different places like a high school and the trash pickups and stuff like that, and you basically go in there, and then there'll be one of these gadgets will be a little harder than they usually are, and you fight him and he's a boss, and you usually get quite a bit of money from him as well. There's all sorts of stuff to actually do on the game though, as I say it. There's loads of places to explore, because it's a free roaming game, so you can just go around and do whatever you want to. If you fall down these little holes here, which I'll just show you now, then that's pretty much a life, because it says Alex has lost all of his power. So then that's that. I'm starting back here at the mall. So I'm going to shut up for a few seconds and just let you listen to the music, although to be fair, I don't really think there's much to listen to, because it's just the same beeps over and over again. So there we go, and that was a bit of the music. Graphically, I think the game for a NES game looks pretty good. It's one of them that's like kind of like a cel-shaded game, I suppose, so everything's bright and colourful and toonish, but at the same time I still think there's quite a bit of detail on the characters compared to other such games like Castlevania. So there we go then. That's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the game that I didn't answer in the vid or that hasn't been answered in the comments, then feel free to ask and I'll help if I can. Also, if you did find it helpful, don't forget to check out my channel because there's plenty more like this up there, and don't forget to subscribe because there'll be plenty more to come as well. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.